you feel total closure, even though you not ran, but left when she was in the bathroom, the roast, you never wonder, like your wife at the time says, like, what if she was fixing herself up? You could have had this picture. You just feel like this
I felt
roast.
bad about that. Yeah, it made me it made me happy that she wasn't blowing me off. And I'm like, well, if I see her again, but I didn't see her again. And the next I really heard from her, people liked the roast a lot. People are touched by it. But next I heard from her was this Trump shit in 2016. I'm like, what the fuck is going? So, and then the show coming on, and of course I would have gone on the show, and of course we could have done something like we did with the roast, and of course I would have, my character could have come back to the show, and it still could. But I'm in a nomad. So one thing she did though that ABC allowed her to do is, as I was promoting my show and I had a comedy special out, she said, Tom can't be on Good Morning America. Can't be on any, just randomly. And they honored that. If you want me to promote this show, I will, but here's the condition. Tom Arnold can't be promoting, whatever he wants to promote. And they did. It's shitty, but they did honor that. But that's part of the business, that's how shit goes. So I don't care. But to have that resentment, I also think that when life's shitty, that you always want to blame somebody. You blame someone. Oh, how can I be in this marriage? Oh, it's all him. He's a Svengali. He's a master manipulator. But then the next time you get a divorce, you got to blame that guy, and you had to blame the guy before me, and then who are you going to blame after that? And then who, So, I mean, it was one of my 4 marriages. And it was
that is how the business works, but still that's a pretty blanket ban all these years later. Like, just, I don't want Tom on GMA or anything, telling Ryan anything to, that's
right. But
that had nothing to do with your show. It just had to do with.
And by the way, I did not want to talk about her show going off the air, but I was promoting my new comedy stand-up special. And the show went off the air right then. And so any interview I did, the first thing they asked about was that. And people were like, why do you keep talking about Roseanne? I'm like, but I did think it was important as a voice, as we are, voices in this country, to call out overt racism, because that's what it was. And people aren't that don't pussyfoot around it as much 4 years later now, but they certainly were then. Boy, how do you call someone racist? How do you call someone a white supremacist? Why do you do this? Well, because they are. It's a big thing in this country. Anti-Semitism, anti-LGBTQ, anti-immigrant, and anti-people of color, man. It fucking is there. And I'll tell you this, and I know this as a Jew, you better stand up with each other, because they're fucking going after us next.
I'm Jewish too, so trust me, I know.
You have a star painted on your.
No. You don't even want to know. I have this. I have a barcode tattoo. So this made my grandparents very happy. Yes. I'm being sarcastic. But you also have 2 movies coming out, right? You were just in Italy filming. You have 2 movies coming out.
I did 2 movies in Rome. I've done 4 movies in Rome this year, because COVID. I did one in the UK. The one in the UK is called The Abomination. I play Dr. Frankenstein. It's a modern day Frankenstein with a really cool director and a really cool cast, and I'm excited about that. Then I did 2 holiday movies in Rome, which I'm so grateful to have to work, and I've done 4 over there in the last year, and with a great crew and a great fun director. And Billy Baldwin did the last 3 with me, and Michael Madsen did the first one, and then he couldn't fly for the next one because his ex-wife garnished his passport, which sounds like something that would happen to me. And I love Michael Madsen. I love Billy Baldwin. And so, there's, and the Cloris Leachman one, High Holiday, came out last month with Jennifer Tilly, and what a great cast. And there was the Madsen and I one came out, but there's always something. I did a movie with Machine Gun Kelly this summer, which is very fun. And I need to keep working. Again, I have 4 ex-wives. People are like, do you worry about getting old? I can't wait till the day I turn 65, because then I don't have to pay alimony anymore. I'm gonna be so. I'll be able to buy a house. My kids are. It's a little over 2 years away, but I'm looking forward to that day.
And yet you're still open to be married again. So that shows you have such a
Yeah.
positive attitude.
Well, I'm open to the possibility. Uh,
Can't we
I
get
don't.
Leah Black on this? I mean, she hooked me up with you.
She's
Like,
on it. She's
I
on
was
it.
gonna say, Leah's the one to make this happen here.
Yeah. Well, the kisses I've had over the last few years have been at her house for New Year's Eve, like for real, and they're like with a reality star from the ocean, OC.
Who?
There was this girl. Well, Kelly Dodd was one, and then there was a really nice. And Kelly Dodd's a lunatic, but she's very cute. And there's always somebody there. They don't have to be a reality star. They could be. There's some nice, very pretty, nice people.
Well, Kelly Dodd was just on my show with Rick, and yes, a lot of people have come and explained all the reasons why they are not a fan of Kelly Dodd on my social media after this aired.
No, I just say, I'm very pro vaccination, I have to say. But she's a character, man. She goes after people, and bless her heart. She's very beautiful, and I wish.
How was Kelly Dodd as a kisser?
Very good. Very good. It was at 12 midnight, and I was very grateful, and my kids were grateful because I posted it, and my kids were so happy that I got to kiss. My daughter, who's 6, had never seen a woman kiss me, and so I kiss her a lot, but it was like they're not like, yeah, get that woman to move in here. I'm sure they would love her because she's sort of the same age, but they're like, oh, Dad's. I can't. And I had a long time before. Well, this is really important. Your dad has to get out there again because I'm with these guys all the time, like all the time. And I said, I'm gonna go to a party tonight. I'm gonna kiss a woman. I don't know who's gonna be, but I just need to. And it was very important to me. I always have a soft spot for that there.
And it was just a kiss with Kelly, nothing else?
Yeah.
Well, if this was before Rick, if it worked out, you could have been on the Orange County Housewives.
No, I mean, I like watching that show. I'm old school with that show. That was the first one of the Housewives I've ever watched. But I like the Miami ones too. The ones that there's some crazy, but the best Housewives are the Atlanta, because those are people that know me go, oh yeah, I can see you. That's who. I can see you hooking up with those guys.
Do you have a favorite out of the Atlanta Housewives?
Candy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's very good. And I tried to do a show. We tried to do a talk show with what's her name? She's the most famous one.
Nene Leakes.
Yeah, and I met with her, and we were gonna. And then she insulted the Wendy Williams purse on a tweet, and they pulled the show. It was gonna be with the people that do the Wendy Williams show, and I didn't even know what that meant. I read the tweet like, what is she talking about? But she talked about a purse, and so I got a call from the studio. They're like, it's a big deal when you insult a black woman's purse. They go, is it? What's the? I don't know. Well, if it is, so she's out. So that never happened.
Okay, wait, and then I'll let you go. You're dropping all these bombs at the end. So wait, so you were gonna do a talk show with, like, you were gonna produce it, and Nene was gonna be like